Ed, I wanted to tell you about this ring, Ed, this piece of turquoise. There. So, Ed, hold on. So, Ed, this is a real turquoise, Ed, and someone, Ed, surrounded it with glass rhinestone, Ed, it's called. It's a fake diamond kind of thing. And Ed put it in a steel turtle base. Now, Ed, I wanted a turquoise piece of this size. Like, I felt the calling, but I couldn't afford a real one of that price. And it came up on Amazon as a kind of suggestion for $2, and I was like, "What?" Obviously a fake, obviously fake. And I ordered it, much to my shock. And then, before I could cancel it, it even arrived. And I was surprised because it's a real stone. And the stone arrived and just pulled me together. And I was feeling really scattered. And the stone just pulled me together. And I go back to the Amazon page from which I ordered it, thinking there's some mistake. I go there, Ed, and I see frequently returned item. Check out the comments for more details. And Ed, in the comments, is like, this ring looks so cheap, this ring is too big, it's too loud, and all that sort of thing. And so, Ed, I was like, my God, this stone, Ed, first of all, at some point, Ed, someone didn't realize that the stone is a real stone and decided that it was fake at some point, Ed. Or, Ed, it happens all the time, Ed, that real crystals get sold for dirt cheap because shops shut down. Lots of shops, Ed, around the world, small shops, Ed, they shut down in the past decade and a half, Ed, because of the lockdowns and this and that. And, Ed, a lot of good stuff got sold off, Ed, like for nothing at all. And you know what I mean? And the thing is, Ed, that this stone has been devalued, and then someone with an unfortunate fashion sense has put it into a ring with fake shit around it, and then put it, made it into a steel ring. And then, steel is not silver or gold, and so obviously steel is going to come at a very low price. So obviously the stone gets even more devalued because it's set in steel and not silver, for example. And these things, these happen to us people. We are also devalued, and we are also surrounded by fake shit, and cheap metals and cheap surroundings. And it's such a thing that, for us it would be such a tragedy. Tragedy upon tragedy has happened, Ed, to this beautiful, real, actual, beautiful energy, Ed. A lot of tragedy happened, and yet it was specifically this tragedy that brought this stone where she belongs to me, who loves her and wants her and needs her, Ed. So I just thought, Ed, that we should look at the tragedies in our life and think about how they were actually cheat codes and shortcuts, for us to go where we want. We always have an idea of how we're going to reach where we want to go, but we might not know at the reality of things around us. Like, I was not going to be able to afford this stone if it had not been devalued, and to the point of being put into a steel ring with fake stones around and that sort of thing. And then, Ed, one more thing I want to tell you. Ed, this crystal, like, we think like they're stones and they can't control their destiny, but they do. Ed, crystals and living objects and things that of our world surely do. And Ed, our soul manifests our form. And I have been longing for a turtle for weeks and weeks, and I was very sad because I do not have the ability yet to keep. I don't have the means yet to keep a turtle or a turquoise. I don't, but I was just longing it. And it so happened that crystal that I was longing for took on a dress or a costume, Ed, manifested one of a turtle. And I really like, the blue ray, the blue color. I like most colors, but at the moment I'm liking blue a lot, Ed. And so, she manifested a form, Ed, that would speak to my soul. She manifested a form, and through all these tragedies, she reached me. So I just wanted to say, Ed, that none of the things about our form, our quirks, our blobby nose, or our, patches of fat that don't go away, our hair, none of it is accidental, Ed. There's reason for all of this. There's like very good reason, Ed. These are all frequency modifying factors about us that fine tune us, Ed, to a certain time and a certain place. And things about me, Ed, that I've considered tragedies, and things about my appearance, Ed, have had a big role in my life. And I'm sitting here, Ed, under a tree with the beautiful sun on my face, and here. All of this, Ed, to be in this time and this place and speaking to you, and Ed, whoever's, for all whoever's going to watch this video, Ed, tragedies have happened and things that I really don't like, and all of that. But I'm just saying, Ed, nothing about our form, Ed, means that we have fallen out of the path of our spirit. We have not forfeited our destiny, Ed, if our form is not perfect and our life isn't perfect or anything. Everything is as it is, Ed, for a very good reason. Not that we shouldn't change, but there's very good reason for every little quirk and everything about our appearance and our lives, Ed.